Okay, let's get to Shoresy. This is incredible. How'd you end up getting casted for it? And tell us, it's a crazy show. It's funny and very
Yeah.
politically incorrect, but very funny show.
We like
And,
I love
yeah,
politically incorrect, so that's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
But
yeah,
no, it was a pretty cool opportunity. It was like I said, I was in leadership on Flying Dust, and our emails are made public at the office, just on the website. So I get a lot of fan mail once in a while. People send me stuff or email because they can look me up on the website and see my contact information. But I had received an email from, I say some lady, but she's actually a big deal. Her name's Kara Halfordson. She's one of the producers of the show. But she had emailed me just saying, Jared Keeso was a huge hockey fan, huge hockey fight fan. So he was a big follower of myself. And, she'd like me to be some part of some TV show she just said Letterkenny. And, at first I read this email and I was kind of like, I'm, 38 or 39 at the time, a retired hockey player. Who the hell wants me to act? This has got to be a joke.
yeah.
So, but I responded back and I said, yeah, I'd be interested. Let me talk to my wife and stuff. And so I went home that night and told my wife about this email I received, and we YouTubed Letterkenny. And I just
Yeah.
remember thinking, geez, this is kind of the dumbest show I've ever seen. Just because you said, like, it's actually, I turn around, people love it. It's just, I'm the kind of guy, you got to know my lifestyle, my personality. I'm a farm boy that lives outside all day, and I don't watch TV really other than Sportsnet and the news. But,
Right.
long story short, I remember going to my wife was having there's a nursing party because she's a nurse. And so we were at this house, and I remember telling a couple of these other guys, I said, yeah, some show called Letterkenny called me. And those guys' eyes opened up so big. They're like, you're going to be on Letterkenny? He says, come here, I got to show you something. So we went into his living room, and the guy had every single DVD of Letterkenny. And I'm like, oh, I've never heard of it before. So, but at this point, I didn't even respond to her. So the next day I wrote back and said, yeah, I'd be interested. Let me know what I got to do. But then that day I left on vacation, or the next day or whatever. And when I'm on vacation, like we go to California lots because that's where my wife's from. And I don't really I kind of have a rule that I don't check my work email because I'm on vacation. So I didn't look at my email for the whole 2 or 3 weeks that I was gone. And when I got back, I had missed an email because she had said, oh, you need to send in a little cameo of yourself, by this date. And I obviously missed that date. So I wrote her back and just said, I'm really sorry that I missed the deadline. Thanks for the opportunity. Have a great day. And within 5 minutes, she wrote back. She goes, "No, Jared wants you. You're coming. So can you be on a plane?" And so yeah, that's basically how I got my foot on the door. And was it 4 or 5 years later, where it's one of the top TV shows watched on live streaming. And so it's been a great opportunity. We do a lot of traveling. We do, it's called a Shoresy Fall Classic, which we did. The first one was last fall. We're going to be doing it again this fall, where we're traveling to NHL cities and playing their alumni teams. You could
Wow.
probably find online. Me and Darren McCarty fought last year. It's obviously a fake fight. It's funny, you read online and people are saying, "Oh, that's so fake," and well, no shit, it's fake. It was a charity game. But yeah, there it is. There it is, right there. Yeah, but no, it was a great turnout. I mean, every show was sold out. The after parties were packed. It was a really big success, and obviously it was a successful because we're doing it again this fall. There's even talk of us possibly going to Australia. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's opened up so many doors for myself, and I guess just another chapter in my book that I'll be able to talk about.